Hi Gypsies, this is Joy, and I'm your neighborhood fairy. We are going to do a reading today on your fairy that you choose and what they want to tell you about your future love relationship. And there will be a message from that fairy, a channeled message, and I will do a reading and I'll use the pendulum as well. So you've got three fairies to choose from. This is the beech tree fairy, and that's a little boy. Isn't he beautiful? You have the elder flower fairy. This little girl looks like she's lost and she's looking for something, this little fairy girl. And then you have a little baby fairy. This is the winter aconite fairy, and he looks like he wants to give you a big hug. So choose which fairy that most speaks to you, and we'll get started. Hi Group 1, you chose the beech tree fairy, and let's go ahead and see what's in the pouch here. Okay, so we've got tarot cards, and then we've got bric-a-brac. Okay, so what we're first going to do is look at where you are in your love life right now. Spiritual strength. You know, it's funny that this card is green, because green and pink deal with your heart chakra. Look, green and pink. So I'm feeling like you feel weighed down with some of you with your love life right now, or with a lack of a love life. Something is happening right now where you feel stressed and weighted down. And this might have something to do with the fact that we are dealing with COVID right now, and you are in close proximity with your love relationship. Some of you maybe don't have a love relationship and feel like you can't do anything about it right now because of COVID, and you're not sure about who you should be meeting with because you don't know if they've got COVID. So I'm feeling a lot of tension and stress right now that you're feeling. All right. Movement, choices, and decisions. This is a cross card. And wow, what a cross card that is. So for the people that are not in a relationship right now, I feel like, of course, you, as I said, you're weighed down with the decision about what to do about this. And of course, you know, this is going to be up to you, but you might learn a little bit of patience. You feel like there's no movement going on. You feel like the decisions that you want to make are taking forever to be made. You're sort of in this holding pattern, and you're feeling very, very stressed. And I'm feeling like for the people that are in a love relationship right now, see these two rings right here, I feel like you all are driving each other crazy. So is there any way that you've got a backyard or something that you can go to and perhaps relax and chill out and be away from that other person? And you might have a conversation with them where, and you might have it now while you're still thinking clearly, rather than have it when you're angry. So you might have the conversation where, hey, you know, I need a little bit of space. You probably do too, so I'm just going to go in the backyard. Do you mind just sort of giving me a little bit of space? And they might appreciate that because they might be feeling the same way. So it might be a conversation you want to have right now rather than having it when you're just and you're going to choke the other person. Okay. So now we are going to do, I'm going to do a channeled message from your fairy. And I can hear a little bit of laughter in the background right now. He's running around being a fairy. So in order to start this, let me bring my fairy wand. Okay, let me explain a little bit of my about my fairy wand. About 4 years ago, I was thinking about getting a wand, and I was walking in the park, and a guide said, "Okay, look down," and there was this stick, and he said, "That's your wand." And I thought, what? Well, the thing about it is, with a wand, is what you're doing is you're taking your energy and you're funneling it down, whatever it may be, whether it's this, it's best if it's a natural kind of material like this, like a wood, but it's just being funneled down and then out, so it makes it stronger, like that. So it can definitely be something that you see on the ground like this, a piece of wood. It doesn't have to be especially carved. I mean, that's nice, it's very nice, but don't feel like if you can't afford it that you can't have a wand. That's just not true. Okay? And I love this little fairy wand. And it does the trick. Plus this area here that's curved, it sort of moves around like this, and I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy. So I'm going to go ahead and wave my fairy wand and close my eyes. And we're going to get your message, okay? This is going to be your love message from your fairy. Okay, well, that was short and concise. So what I saw was, I did see this little boy fairy, and he was being a little silly at first, and he was telling me sort of silly kind of stuff, and then I said, okay, we got to do this. So what he said was, be kind. Now that's pretty succinct, isn't it? So I'm feeling like what he's saying is, it's easy to get wrapped up in the fact that we're all just sort of like the people that have a love interest in their life right now, and they're living with them. You sort of feel like you're just smashed together, and it's just driving you crazy. So what his basic message is just be kind to the other person. And if you find that you may have said something that you wish you hadn't, just be, for lack of a better phrase, be man enough to say, you know, I'm sorry, I wish I would have said something different. That goes a long way. And I know some of you, and certainly I've done this in my life as well, you think, okay, well, if I just act nice, then that will take care of it. Well, it goes a long way if you just say, I was wrong, and I wish I had said something a little better. It goes a long way, because you know what happens is, when that other person sees that you said that, a lot of times they'll follow suit, and they'll say, yeah, I didn't say things as well as I could have either, you know, and it develops this nice kind of feeling between you two. It evolves your relationship forward when you can admit that you're wrong. So be kind. All right, let's read a couple more cards. Oh, and this is from the fairy himself, and that's why I've got this little tiny card for him. So what I'm feeling like he's saying is, be patient. This will be over soon. And Let's look at some of these little things as well. Of course, he's got his heart here. Don't be afraid to wear your heart on your sleeve. Don't be afraid to put yourself and be honest. And frankly, sometimes you can surprise the other person by how honest you are. How does it hurt a relationship when you just say, I don't know what I'm doing? When you just sort of just spill it all out and just lay it all out on the line and just say, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Or something else that's very, very honest. Okay. Heart chakra, the green. Okay. Let's read a couple cards here. The Empress. The Star. Wow. And 3 of Wands. So 2 out of the 3 cards are major arcana cards. And I feel like this card, again, is indicating that if you get your ducks in a row right now, for the future is going to be great. You see all of this yellow, which is indicating insight, and all that opportunity in the future. And you see in the background sort of this uneven ground. Well, coming up, you're going to be seeing level ground, easier ground for you to walk on. And if you get your background all set, like if you're honest with your partner, and if you develop a nice communication with them, what's going forward is going to be a lot easier for you. I feel like what this is indicating right here is if you hold your wand of strength with this Empress and you hold it up, look at how beautifully she's sitting, beautifully and confident. And look at this love symbol here. And look at her abundance. And following her star, going forward. And so this is a message for the people that haven't yet developed a relationship, or they're looking for a relationship. What the message is to stand in yourself, stand in your strength alone first, and you will be following your star. And in that case, you will be bringing in this lovely relationship, which is what you really want. But stand alone first. Be beautiful and proud in yourself first, and then go forward into your relationship, which will be coming. And it's going to be a lot easier to be coming if you're not just looking for it, rather than looking at yourself, what you can change in yourself to make yourself more beautiful, and then it will be beautiful to other people. So this is looking at maybe things that you can improve in yourself first. Be beautiful for yourself first, not for somebody else. Now, I want you to think of a question that you want to ask the fairy. and we'll do a pendulum, yes or no, okay? So if you want to pause, think of your question, and we'll go ahead and do the pendulum, okay? All right, go ahead. All right. So if you've got your question, let's go ahead and see how this works. All right. He wants to move the pendulum. Okay, so if it goes to the left, it's going to be yes. If it goes to the right, it's going to be no. And by the way, not all pendulums work the same way. They work for the person that is using them. So that's the way mine works. And if it's going back and forth, it just means maybe or doesn't want to answer. Okay? So go ahead and ask your question. And I'm getting a definite yes. Okay. All right. Well, that was fun, fellow fairy gypsies. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Just wanted to let you know when I get to, I will be giving away one of the pouches. So what I'll do on that time is I will let you know, and I will count whatever number I pull from my bowl, and then I will be sending that person a pouch for free. Okay, so thank you so much, gypsies. You have a great day. Bye. Hi, Group 2. This is Joy, and we're doing a reading message from your fairy about your future love relationship. And this is the fairy pouch that you chose. It is the Elderflower Fairy. So we'll do a pendulum reading as well, and we will be reading some tarot cards too. So let's look and see what's in the pouch. We've got some tarot cards, and let's go ahead and start the reading. Okay. And by the way, here's my fairy wand. I'm going to wave it over my cards and over the reading and bring in the little Elderflower Fairy. Okay. Oh, okay, interesting. This is where you are right now with your love relationship. Moving on. And I feel like this is a long time coming. This was well thought out by yourself. You really thought about this a long time, and it's killing you. Now, do you see? You're not like running away, you're walking away. It's a slow, measured, because you've really thought about this, and this has been painful, but you are moving on. Okay, the challenge card. Yeah, and this is upside down. This is the harmony card upside down. I'm not surprised. So you're doing what you think is right in terms of moving on with this relationship, but it's been painful. You feel like your insides are just shredded, and that it's not forever, and you know that. But this is a painful time for you. This was a painful decision. You're afraid of what friends and family are going to say because maybe they like this person. Okay, actually, let's pause a moment. I want to send you some Reiki healing group 2, okay? So close your eyes. And I've got my hands up, and I can feel the energy coming out, and it's surrounding you. And it's full of calm and love. And I'm patting your head and giving you a hug. It's okay. All right, group 2. All right. So let's go ahead and how about we do a channeled message from this elderflower fairy. She's a little quiet. I was listening to her before. She's not rambunctious like this beech tree fairy was. He was all over the place. So let's close our eyes. Okay, and she's on my shoulder, and she's talking in my ear. Okay, let me listen really, really closely. Oh, she said, they're going to find somebody nice, but you have to give it time. That's what she said. Find somebody nice, but you're going to need to give it time. So we're talking about patience here. All right. So we're also going to be looking at what you need to look on right now or work on. This is upside down. This is the King of Wands. Oh, High Priestess. This is also upside down. That's a major arcana card. And this is upside down. I'm not surprised with where you are right now. And this is the Six of Pentacles. All right. So what I'm feeling right now, and you probably realize this, you just need to be patient and to not move forward, especially quickly. Your emotional makeup has gone through a lot, and so you need to be centered within yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you don't make any decisions for a while. You can make some decisions when they feel right, but you have to understand that your psyche has gone through something pretty traumatic, and so you need to think about yourself and just sort of chilling out. Meditation would be great, but don't worry about moving forward, making a bunch of decisions right now. You need to feel good about decisions that you'll be making, and so if at all possible, especially major decisions, just sort of sit and chill. Okay. Now, I pulled a little card that represents the fairy. Yeah. Oh. 5 of Cups. Okay. So you're feeling a lot of disappointment right now, but try not to look at just the bad stuff. Because in any relationship, even an abusive one, and maybe you're not ready to do this yet, and that's okay, but even in an abusive relationship, there's always going to be something positive that can come out of it, or that you can look at on the relationship. I'm not saying go back to that abusive relationship. What I'm saying is there's always something. So when you find yourself paying attention to all the bad stuff, just try and cut that in your mind and bring yourself to the present. And one way to do that is to just immediately forget about what you were just thinking about and look around you. Look at the table in front of you, for instance. Feel yourself sitting down. This is all ways to bring yourself to the present. If there's birds singing, pay attention to that. Pay attention to the temperature in the room, or if you're outside. These are ways to bring yourself in the present and to cut those negative thoughts. Okay? All right, now I'm going to let you pause for a second, or I'm going to pause. You can pause the video. And I want you to think of a question that you want to ask the fairy, a yes and no question, yes or no. And we're going to use the pendulum and see what she comes up with, okay? So think about your question. We'll wait for a second. And if the pendulum goes to the left, that's yes. If it goes to the right, that's a no, okay? All right, so go ahead and ask your question. She's bashful. All right, here we go. And I'm getting a yes, a definite yes, a big yes on your question. Okay. Well, thank you, Group 2. That was fun. I appreciate that. And I will be doing a giveaway of one of my pouches when I get to 75 subscribers. Shouldn't be too long, hopefully. And it's free, of course. And so all I'll have you do is put in the comments section that you're interested in getting a free pouch. And I will let you know ahead of time when I will be doing the reading, and I'll even put on the thumbnail free pouch. So just look for that. So 75 subscribers, okay? Thank you, Group 2. Bye. Hi, Gypsy Fairies. This is Joy. This is Group 3. You chose the Winter Aconite pouch. I guess those are winter aconites, whatever. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but look at him. Isn't he adorable, that little baby? So that's the fairy you chose. And let's go ahead and check this out. We've got our tarot cards. Okay. So what we're first going to do is look and see where you are in your as far as your future love relationship, where you are right now, what your mindset is right now. Oh, emotional withdrawal. Okay. Wow. I'm getting the feeling, Group 3, that you're not prepared for a love relationship right now. Perhaps you've been through something painful and you need a little bit of time to recover from that. Nothing wrong with that. It's good to acknowledge to yourself. So maybe you pay attention to yourself, you meditate, you see what you need, and then you'll be ready when something comes in, when a person comes in for you. Rest and rejuvenate. And this was upside down. So I feel like your cross card is telling you that this is what you're needing right now. You're needing to be good to yourself. You're needing to give yourself peace, become peaceful within yourself, and you're going to draw that type of energy to you. Nothing wrong with being good to yourself at this point, but that also needs to include being good to yourself. You know, take walks and take nice baths with nice scents, you know, to make you feel better. Maybe buy some nice soaps or scented lotions that you really like. Wear colors that you enjoy. It feels like you need that right now. And you might pay attention to pink and green colors. That deals with the heart chakra. Because it feels like you're needing those colors. You're craving those colors. And that's why. Is this a broken heart? Or has something happened within your life that is just painful and it's caused your heart to just close? So you need to learn how to trust again. All right. So let's go ahead and get a message from your little baby fairy, the winter aconite. And I'm going to close my eyes and focus on the message from this little baby. Okay, that was interesting. He didn't say anything. The other two fairies did say something. This little fairy showed me the ocean from a distance. It was like we were in the air, and I was looking down at a beach, and I saw the slow ebb and flow of the water, and I felt the comfort of the water, like water in your womb or something like that. And it just felt very relaxed and peaceful. Okay, that's what he feels like you need. Not necessarily going to the beach, but you know, you can listen to beach music, even on YouTube. I'm sure they've got something like that. Okay, and this is his message. I've got these little tiny cards in there, messages from the fairy. This is the Chariot, and this is a major arcana. And I feel like what he's telling you is move forward with your thinking in your mind, rather than worrying about doing things physically. Do them with your mind at this point right now. You're going to want to open your heart eventually when you feel more trusting. And pay attention to how you're feeling, how you can open your heart. And this is all going to be stuff working on up here, not the physical. You've got to prepare yourself. This feels like something really painful, and it doesn't necessarily have to have been a love relationship that happened to you that sort of closed you off. Let's close our eyes right now, and I'm going to send you some Reiki healing. Okay, so close your eyes and just sit peacefully and slump your head over a little bit. Just relax. And I've got your head on my hands on your neck, because that's where your tension is. So we just want you to melt, just melt forward. And I'm stroking your head and holding the back of your head. Okay. It's okay. All right, then slowly open your eyes. Okay, all right, group 3. I can really feel the tingling on my hands. All right, so let's look at some cards to see what you're going to be working on. Oh, wow, these are all upside down. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay, you know, I didn't necessarily feel like you've closed yourself off necessarily for a love relationship. I feel like for some of you, this was like business dealings or something with somebody you really trusted, and they really, really let you down. And you're feeling angry, and you're feeling like you need justice from them. Yeah, it feels like everything is just really, really turned around, and you've closed you've sort of developed this mantra of you can't trust people, And you know, that encompasses your whole life, including a love interest in your life. So you need to understand that. It's not that you just don't, when you say you don't trust anybody, that does have, that impacts your family, friends, and any kind of love interest coming in. So you might want to reevaluate that thinking. As painful as it is, that was one situation, and it doesn't mean that you can't trust everyone. And that's going to show real strength of character when you can say to yourself, okay, I had this bad experience, but I can let in this love interest and I can trust them. Because even if you don't say anything to them out loud, they will know that you don't trust them. But this feels like something to do with money, whether they stole from you or told you that, at least for some of you, they promised you something and then they didn't deliver. Yeah, that can be very painful. Wow, okay. So I want you to think of a question that you want to ask. And we're going to be doing a yes or no answer, okay? So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. And then we will have the fairy give you an answer, yes or no, okay? All right. Here we go. Okay. This is a no. This is a no. A very definite no. So, let's pull out some little bric-a-brac here and see what the fairy is trying to let you know as well. I'm not surprised that this came up. And this is for your heart chakra, this green. You've got a hole in your heart. And you can repair it. And it feels like your emotions are all sort of jumbled up. I do feel like that. You're confused and angry, and you are just not thinking straight because of this situation. You feel like you're shot in the heart. You feel like you can't trust. Yeah, okay. So the main message we can glean from here, group 3, is trusting people eventually. It seems like that's what you're going to want to work on. And just letting this go, letting this not trusting people go. And maybe you can get justice. But sometimes, this is something to think about, sometimes when you go after justice and this person that wronged you is brought to justice, sometimes it still doesn't sit well with you and you still feel like you can't trust anyone. There's nothing wrong with just not giving your heart away, with having somebody earn it. But if they never can earn it because you're just distrustful of everyone, that's not going to work either. So keep that in mind, group 3, okay? All right, so I'm going to be doing a free tarot pouch giveaway when I get to 75 subscribers. I'll let you know ahead of time, and I'll put on the thumbnail, you know, free giveaway. So I hope you look for that, and it'll be fun. All right, thank you, group 3. Bye.